This is Mark with Talking Straight. And on today's episode, this is my second. This is gonna, I'm kind of at a loss for words, frankly. Donald Trump today had the victims of the Epstein doing a press conference. And during their press conference, outside of the House, on the steps of the House of the Senate, the House of Representatives were telling their story, and they wanted accountability. They want their stories to be heard. They want those responsible to be brought to justice, to be outed. And they spoke so eloquently. And you have Trump in the Oval Office moments after these victimized women just came from testifying to House members, telling them of their pain, of their suffering, of the things that they endured as kids at the hands of Epstein. And Trump called it a hoax. I mean, what do MAGA people see in a scumbag like that? This man literally called it a Democrat hoax. A hoax. This man has daughters. Well, that's right. He said he would date his daughter if he was. So I digress on that one. But this is a damn shame. And you know something's wrong. And you know something's wrong when you got Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, Mrs. Bad Body herself, standing at the podium saying, release all of the Epstein files. And you have Democrats and Republicans standing shoulder to shoulder in the background behind her. A photo I would have never thought I would ever see. But if Marjorie Taylor Greene, the true head MAGA herself, can see that this is wrong, that these women's stories need to be heard, the people who did them wrong need to be outed, the list needs to come out. And you have the President of the United States holding the most highest office in the land, and this man talking about it's a hoax. It's a Democratic hoax. Really? What do you people see in that man? That's the question I really want to ask a lot of MAGA. Because if Marjorie Taylor Greene can sit back and recognize that what Trump is doing is wrong, that the information that they need to keep out, that they're trying to keep out and keep away from the American people, is wrong. If Marjorie Taylor Greene, can see that, why can't Trump? Why can't those around him tell him, Mr. President, this is the wrong fight to try and pick? You do not argue with victims of sexual abuse. You're already being portrayed as moving a convicted sex offender who helped Epstein to Club Fed. You've already been seen as sending your own head of DOJ, your own attorney general, to go and sit with this woman for 2 hours over 2 separate days and sent her to Club Fed. You're already being portrayed as trying to pacify her, as to keep her quiet. These women are victims. They need their voices heard. They want the information out. Some of them are trying to get their information because they don't know what the government has on them. They don't know what it is. Everything else that they released, all of those documents, the 90,000 pages, all of that's already in the public domain. They want what's not in the public domain. And you're sitting there letting Pam Bondi, trusting her to say, oh, release everything. No, because see, that's what you ran on. You ran on, we're going to release the Epstein files, that you said that the Democrats were hiding it, that Joe Biden was a part of this. His name was in these files. That's why the Democrats were keeping it quiet. That's what you ran on, Trump. This is what Trump ran on. And yet you get into office, and now what? All of that big press conference where Pam Bondi said, oh, it's on my desk. The whole file, the list, the Epstein list, everything's on my desk. I'm going to be releasing it. Now all of a sudden, nothing to see here, folks. There's nothing to see. It's all a Democrat hoax. Well, today those women said, Mr. Trump, it's not a joke and it's not a hoax. They said this. They said that today on the steps of the House of Representatives, on the outside steps of the House of Representatives. They said this is not a hoax. They're begging and pleading with you. But you're a narcissist. You don't give a damn. Trump does not give a damn. Why are MAGA still backing him? Why? See, this is the part of the cult mentality that everyone is talking about. This, holding his hand, being the sycophants, being the Stephen Millers, being the Flynns who are letting Trump run amok. See, there's no more Kelly there to keep Trump in check. Trump is systematically destroying everything. Everything. He's tearing down our democracy. And for what? So he can not reveal that his name is in those Epstein files? The distractions that he's doing. And that's what they are, distractions. Some people have a problem with the Democrats, Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, saying distractions. But that's exactly what it is. You're not seeing the forest for the trees. That's what Trump is doing. He knows his name is in there. He knows what they will say when those Epstein files come out. He knows he doesn't want them out. Who is there? Who are they protecting? I know Trump is trying to protect himself, but who else is he trying to protect? Some higher level rich individual, some billionaire, some oligarch? Really? And we're going to just stand by and just willy-nilly just let it? Nah, we need to write our congressmen, write our senators. We need to make sure that they know we want those Epstein files out. We want all of it out. We don't want to play no games. We want to see exactly what Trump is trying to hide. And it starts with those ladies, those young women who were taken advantage of as children by Jeffrey Epstein. We need those Epstein files out. Those ladies deserve it. They deserve to know exactly what Trump has. They need to know exactly what's in in those government documents. Their names are in it. Their names are in it. You had Speaker Johnson today going to sit back and say, "Oh, we're trying to make sure that we redact and protect the names of the victims." Well, the victims were just testifying in front of you, Senator Johnson, Congressman Johnson. They were just standing right there in front of you. So you know who they are. We know who they are. There's no need to redact their names anymore. They're right there in front of the cameras. Put it out. We want to see it. Or maybe Johnson's name is in there. Huh? Maybe Vance is in there. Huh? I mean, he already likes to wear eyeliner, wigs, kind of cross-dress a little bit. I mean, y'all saw the photos, right? So what do you know? I mean, Vance did at one point think that he was gay. So now the over masculine, hey, I'm macho. I have a lot of bravado. Yeah, he might be trying to overplay and kind of trying to compensate and hide for something, trying to keep under wraps. Yeah, right. But I digress on that one. We want the Epstein files out. Those young ladies deserve to know what the government has. They deserve for those individuals to be ousted. And they've said it correctly today. If anybody opposes that bill, any legislation that prevents those files from coming out, we want to know their names. They want to know their names. We want them ousted. You know why? Because they will not be voted in again. When the next midterms come up, if your election is there and you voted for this individual to keep those files quiet and secret, you won't be voted back into office. You're out of there. This is what we need. It's time to stop with the authoritarianism. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Try to stop with the fascism. Because Trump, yeah, I believe he's a Russian plant. I believe that Russia has something on it. And I'm not the only one. I am not the only one. And I just wonder if Putin has information about these Epstein files. And that's why Trump is so accommodating. Interesting. Very interesting. But we need this out. We need it out. Those Epstein files, everything needs to be released. Everything. Everything needs to be released. Those young ladies deserve that much. They deserve to be able to look their perpetrators who victimized them, look them in the face and get justice for them. Because this is what it's all about. Getting justice. How can you be for the Me Too movement, but then excuse Trump for telling these ladies, yeah, it's just a hoax. Yeah, the Democrats, it's just a hoax. People went to prison for this. Somebody killed himself because of this. I don't think they would have done that for a hoax. Mr. Trump. This is what we need. We want to hold those individuals accountable for the wrong that they've committed against these young ladies. Simple as that. Because for everybody out here that has daughters, who care for them and watch over them, and God forbid, They come across the wrong set of parents and somebody does something to their little girl. Yeah, we won't have to worry about the court and justice system. Well, those ladies didn't have that. They were victimized. They were abused. They were abused by Epstein. They were abused by all of his cohorts that he flew out to his island. All of that information needs to come out. Everything needs to come out. So if anybody, any senator, any congressman in your district, anybody votes that law or down to say we're not going to release those Epstein files, we're not going to adhere to those victims and give them the closure that they're requesting, that they need, that they deserve. If we're not going to do that and you're going to vote against it, guess what? It's time for you to be ousted and voted out. No longer sitting in a little cushy little chair in the Senate floor or the congressional floor. No, it's time to get y'all ass out of there. Point blank, period. It's time to go. We have to stand up as Americans, as true Americans. We have to stand up. Enough is enough. Start holding Trump and his administration and these god-awful policies that he's implementing. He's tearing our country apart. We need to stand up and say something and fight for our country. Fight for our country the right way. Not storming buildings, not tearing down structures and burning buildings and beating police. But we need to do it the right way. At the ballot box. Get them all out. Every staunch, boot-licking, ass-kissing Donald Trump, MAGA, some bitches. Get them all out. Midterms are coming. And that's what they scared of. They scared because they know. And that's why Trump is trying to rig everything. That's why he's Abbott. I need some more seats. Give me some seats over there. He's blatantly rigging the next midterm election in your face. What are we going to do about it? We can't let it happen. Because Trump is gearing up to try to make a way for another term. Oh, he's gearing up. If anybody with a half a brain, you can see what he's doing. He's systematically taking out all of the checks and balances. Everything that would keep a presidential power in check. He's pushing the limits on everything. And he's praying that the Supreme Court solidifies everything that he's doing. Can't make that happen. We can't let that happen. Release the Epstein files. Give these ladies the closure and the justice that they need. And vote anybody out that denies them. I'm Mark Sawyer for Talking Straight. Thank y'all for liking this video, watching this video. If you like what you saw, please do me a favor, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button and click the notifications button to catch, so you can catch all of my content. I'm just really starting this channel and I'm really want to give back. I really want to be able to bring the truth to my audience, and I hope to get an audience. But hey, just if you do want to support my channel, scroll down in the links, in the comments. I do have a Cash App as well as Venmo, and also you can check out my other platforms on Instagram as well as Twitter, X, Threads, and support me, follow me. Hey, do what y'all can do, man. I appreciate anything that y'all be able to do, and definitely support my channel so I can keep bringing you the true facts, the real, because I'm not sugarcoating nothing over here. So thank you guys again. Yeah, please hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.